With Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us today on the Thursday Tip Top Referral Trade. Today is Thursday, December 10th. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become financially independent. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. We are so confident in how well the indicators perform and our ability to train you to use them. We offer a guarantee, and that guarantee is that once you have been trained, we will let you trade company money and split what you make, and you will have the opportunity to pay trade up to $100,000. So with that, let us get going. First thing we need to do is our negative guy here giving the disclosure. So let's go ahead and listen.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange and futures trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. Part of that training is, or part of the training we give you is the live trades that we do. And in it, we generally have very, very good traders who do these things. You should try to attend as many as possible. Here is the schedule. The yellow items are for the lights. The green items are for members, and the purple item is for members. It's an extra paid session. At some point, you will get to the point where, hey, I can trade. I don't need to dedicate this time because I can do it myself. But in the beginning, you should be going until you're consistently doing 10, 15, 20 pips a day. On average, they don't record it anymore, but historically, from these trades, they used to do about 150 pips a week. So that is pretty good. So attend it, learn. Everybody's got kind of a slightly different style. There's something that you can pick up there. With that, you know that I like to trade. Well, if you don't know, I use a checklist that I trade off of, a routine. I kind of have this memorized now, but the first thing I always do is I check to see that my indicators are live. Green up here, green down here. When they're not live, this won't be green up here, or if I'm looking at a historical chart, it'll be red down here. Historical chart means I've just gone back in time. I would go back in time to do back testing. Again, one way that you can improve your talent is by back testing. You go back and you just pick a time, you take the signal and you just go through forward an hour at a time and manually mark the chart when you see the signal. And then you can see what happens and if you would have won or not. And then if you didn't win, then you can go kind of look at, well, gee, I was looking at this. Why didn't it work as I anticipated it would? So that's how we get better is by going and back testing. Do I back test now? Kind of not, but I did way back when. And I've been trading 2 years now. I can kind of, I look at the chart so frequently, I can kind of just see things and like, oh, this is what's going to happen. So until you get to that point, you need to keep honing your skill, keep taking those jump shots, keep taking those free throws until you get it down to 8 or 9 out of 10. Review of yesterday's trade. When I have trades that don't go well, I like to review it. Generally, I'm reviewing it, when the trade closed bad, but I'm always kind of thinking about what happened. Like yesterday, I had kind of a negative trade, but that's because it went the wrong way. The signal changed, so I hedged out of it. But it's always good to be kind of knowing what you're doing and why something didn't go right. And the more of those that you have in your pocket that you can pick up on in specific circumstances, the better trader you'll be. We are technical traders. We do not trade news, but we want to know what the news is so we don't get stuck with a news item impacting things. And for those of you who are in the euro this morning, you saw that there was a kind of a bump up. The dollar weakened based on this news that came out this morning. It's doing some retracement now. We're at 11:30. We've got no news items that we need to worry about. And again, the news items are broken down into yellow, low impact, orange, medium impact. And here we had 3 oranges together. Some people will argue when you have a bunch of oranges together, that's kind of equivalent of red. And there were we did get a big bounce off of this news, but that has since passed. And then the red items we want to stay away from. And I usually want to make sure I'm out of a trade 2 hours beforehand. Now, if you're already in a trade, you can either choose to close the trade and take the loss, or take the gain, or kind of try to ride it through and just be extra careful. The trade I gave last night, if you didn't hedge or change it, you would have been stopped out. I moved my stop loss and I started to hedge against it to run it the other way to minimize the loss. I still have that trade open, and I believe it's going to come back down and be taken out. We'll look at it to see if that's going to happen today or if we're going to have to carry it a day or two. But I did hedge against that and started to ride it up and moved my stop loss out. So you'll see that in tonight's results. So with that, let's go ahead and start our technical analysis. And on this session, I am a big trader of the 10-point trade. And then every once in a while, I'll interject a thick orange line trade. In fact, I probably don't take, the only time I take the thick orange line trade now is on these sessions. And that is because I want to be able to give you a trade if we don't find a 10-point trade. Sometimes the 10-point trades, the setup isn't there. Whereas with the thick orange line, it's a good trade. Now we're getting right to the point that, say by noontime Eastern time, 12:30, I wouldn't take the thick orange line trade. We're right kind of at the edge of where I would stop taking it. In the morning, it's great. Lots of pressure, lots of volume, and that trigger is kind of a volume-based trigger where we're trying to catch the bounce. So let's go ahead and take a look. So on the 10-point trade, I'm going to start with the middle section, which is the majors and minors. And I'm looking for a situation that we are overbought, where the lines are up here, or oversold, where the lines are down here. Now, here we're in a situation where we're a little bit more than halfway. If it was less than halfway, I would consider taking the trade. because this is the euro dollar and I'm very familiar with it, I might trade off of this signal. Now, what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go look and see if we have just a kind of a more perfect signal or a better signal than this. But if we don't, I'm going to come back and kind of take a little bit more of a look at this, because we've got everybody's going down, even though we're a little bit more than halfway. All the lines are nice and tight. I get good steepness on the lines. 2 orange lines are going down. Thick dotted blue is going up. And we got a little bit of a kink here on the blue. So there's 3 here, 3 here. I've got red on top, and I got the green line going down. So I've got 7 points here. Only issue is that we're about halfway through the channel. I'm going to see if there's something better as we look through the other charts. But if not, we'll come back and kind of go into this one a little deeper, because this is something I might take a trade on. Pound dollar. So this is a composite chart. I've got 6 different charts here, or pairs on a 60-minute chart. 60-minute just means the candle has 60 minutes of information in it. When I see a setup that I like, then I'm going to go to the more detailed chart that has the different time periods on it. But first, let's see if we see something that I like in the 60. Here on the pound dollar, we were overbought. We started to go into the channel, and then the line kinked. So that is no good. This line kink, depending on what caused it, may cause this to slow down, because we got the dollar here, we got the dollar here. So this gives me a little worry about what I'm seeing over here, that I've got the kink here. But I do have down pressure with green on top. And again, I get 3 here. Well, we're not going down anymore, so I don't really have this signal, so I wouldn't take it. Australian US dollar, overbought. Everybody's going down. And I have the double cross. So I've got 3 points here, but what don't I like about it? If you'll notice right here, the line kinks. There's a kink here. Here's one steepness, and then this steepness is not as good here. It's going a little bit more sideways. I don't like that. That's a kind of a red signal to me. I do have the 2 orange lines going down, the blue going up. They're all going down kind of steep. I've got up pressure with red on top. So again, I've got 7 points here, but I am going to hold off again, because I'm not crazy about this. I'm not crazy about the kink there. The kinks mean something. So when I see the kink, I don't have to take every trade. So even though I've got the 7 points here, I'm not going to go to the detailed chart yet. I want to see what else is there. Here we're more than halfway through the channel, so I'm going to pause. I don't trade the dollar Swiss franc that often, so I'm not even going to consider this. As I said, I may consider this because I trade this more frequently, so I'm kind of familiar with how it moves. This dollar Swiss franc, no. Dollar yen, we're oversold and going up, but again, I got the kink in the line. Starting to go sideways here. So this is enough to cause me to pass. US Canadian, I'm oversold. We're going up, but it's kind of a sideways. Again, to me, it looks like there's a kink in the line here. It's starting to go up. Even this slope here isn't that great. I like to see a steeper slope. Like I like the slope that I got here. This slope is what, maybe 45 degrees, whereas this is maybe 60. This is sideways. I don't like it. So let's pass. Let's see what we got on our next 6. Euro pound, overbought. Everybody going down. Nice steepness. I like this setup. All the lines are kind of clumped together. and they're going down kind of steeply. So 3 points here, 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So we got all 4 up here. The blue lines usually, thick blue is usually last to turn, but I got all 4 of them going up here. So that's good. I've got up pressure that's rolling with red on top. Plus I've got the steepness on the green line changed. Is going up, and now he's kind of going sideways. So I like all of this. This is kind of a nice setup. So now that I've got the nice setup, let us go and take a look at the full chart. Now, the other thing to think about is, what is it? Almost noontime here, Eastern time. So it's almost 5 o'clock in London. So 5 o'clock in London, the trading day is winding down. So the volume is going to start to wind down. Let's see if we've pulled this guy up at all. That was Euro USD. Euro USD. I don't Euro or nothing there. So let's just open this guy and we'll change it to Euro USD. And I will right click chart settings. I'm going to change the symbol here, Euro, Great Britain pound. Apply. Okay. And the first thing I want to know before I'm going to take a trade is where the support and resistance are. Now, if it's a pair that I trade a lot, I've already got my support and resistance built in. I already have it there. So one of the things, if we go back to that euro dollar trade, we're sitting right above a support line. So that makes me like it a little bit less. But here, let's see. And I'm going to open this up. I don't have any support and resistance on here. So I'm going to crunch it up and start drawing my support and resistance, because that's going to help me figure out things. So I'm looking for spots where the price kind of stops. So I've got it right in here, right in here, right here, over here, here, right in here, in here. Let's see, that's 10. So it kind of came up to here, bounced. So that's one. Let's get one below. Bounced here, in here, in here, in here, in here a little bit. And let's get one above. So I've got it in here, in here, in here. All right, so we've got some support and resistance. Once I know where my support and resistance are, I want to figure out what the trend is. For the last day, we're trading into an uptrend. But over the course of the week, got a little bit of a down, then an up. So I guess long term, what could we say? if I want to go back 2 weeks, I guess we're trading into an uptrend. Trading into an uptrend over the last 2 weeks. In the last day and a half, we kind of came and hit the bottom of the trend, broke it a little bit, and then came back up. We're at the high end of this channel here. All right, so the trend is up. I'd like to know how many pips I have from the current price to the resistance, which is about 25 pips up. And let's see here, about 9 pips down, 25 up and 9 down. All right. Why do I want to know that? I want to know the trend because here we're looking at a downtrend. We're looking at a sell trade and an uptrend. So I'm going to take less pips doing that. And then also, if I am going down, I'm anticipating I'm going to hit this resistance line. And when I hit this resistance line, I'm gonna stop. So I get maybe 9 pips to take this trade. And it looks like it's even a little less now. No? Yeah, about 9. All right. So here, I've got this is the original signal, down, down. I got 4 here, and I've got 1 here. So I got 7 points. Let's see what's happening on the other time charts. A 2-hour chart. Everybody's going down. Red's on top. Green is diverging. I've got down. I've got this guy at minus 100, and I got these 2 guys going up. So I've got this looks good. On the 4-hour chart, I've got everybody coming down, although they've just crossed. And I've got a split on the TNTs. One orange going down, 1 going up. Dotted blue going up. Actually, they're both going up. This is kind of up. And I've got up pressure, but the slope of the green has changed. It's not quite as steep, and these lines are now getting closer. On the day chart is still showing there's up in the movement. 30-minute coming down and sideways with red on top, and on the 5-minute, they've turned around and the channel are coming down. We've got kind of sideways pressure here also. So I like this enough. Let's go ahead and take it for 5 pips. Because I don't want to get stuck on this line. So that was euro pound. I've already got the chart open. So I am going to click the other thing we could actually, you know what? I want to look at one more thing here. Does anybody guess what I want to take a look at? Let's take a look at the retracement. So we started here today, and we went up. We went up to about here. So this is a Fibonacci. For those who are lights, we don't really show this to you. Once you get into training, you should learn it. But it's kind of a natural pattern that seems to repeat itself in many, many things in life. And one of the things it repeats, it has good predictive ability, is in retracements. So here we had a huge move. In fact, how big was that move? How many pips? We had a 110 pip move today on this. Starting to come down. Retracement suggests it'll come back down to this 38% mark. So so we're starting to see the retracement. So we're just going to take the 5 pips and get out. We'll I don't want to be greedy. We're at lunchtime, so volume is going down. We should be able to bang out 5 pips. So here's my euro pound chart. I'm going to go to new order. I got $8,600 in this demo account. So my lot size is going to be 0.86. I just moved the decimal spot over 4 spots, and we're going to take a sell by market. It records it here. I'm going to highlight it by right-clicking, and now I want to tell it what my take profit and stop loss is. So I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to take 55, which should be about 5. If we look at where we got in at 91.15. So I want to go. Actually, I want to go to 90. I want to go to 91 at least 10. So I'm going to just change this. I want to go to 91.10. Get my full 5 pips. And we're going to put this at, let's put it at 250 for now. I'm going to go back and take a look, and we'll adjust it in a second. So I'm going to go at roughly 5 times. And actually, looking at 5 times, we're touching right at the top here. I want to move it just above where it closed. So we're just outside of where it reached today. So we're at, instead of maybe, we're at 30 pips. And again, the reason is I don't want to get stopped out. I can hang on to the trade a day if it doesn't do what I think it's going to do, but I don't want to lose the money. And the chances are we're not going to get up here. All right, we're at 11:57. Let's see if we have a thick orange line trade. So I'm going to go back to the initial chart. Thick orange line trade, it's a different signal. We're not using the same signal now. Thick orange line trade just focuses on this thick orange line number, this thick orange line, and what this number is that's associated with the thick orange line. This is the scale of the thick orange line. It goes from 0 to minus 100. When it is at minus 100, that's telling us that we believe the market is petered out. It's not going. There's not much more down in the movement. When it's at 0, it's telling us that we don't believe there's much more up in the movement. So, but we want confirmation of that, and to get the confirmation, we're going to look to our majors and minors. So I'm looking for 0 or minus 100 or within 10 points of either end. So minus 76, no. Minus 50, no. I can only take this trade right at the top of the hour, right before the candle changes, because I'm going to get the bounce off of the movement when it changes. Minus 81, no. Minus 0, yes. So I got part 1 of the signal. But when I look at my dollar, Swiss franc, when I look at the majors and minors, I'm still in the channel. I want these lines up here. Minus 39, no. 0, yes. But when I look at my major and minor lines, I want them up here above the blue line. They're down below the red. So no, nothing there. Let's keep going. We got another 51 seconds. 83, no. 65, no. 80, no. 88 is close. No. Minus 100, yes. My lines are below. I'm not going to take this trade because I want to see the red line further down. I'd like to see the red line down where this black line is. Not enough. It's touching. I want to see it like well beyond. So it's not there. And let's take a look here. Minus 18, no. Minus 100, yes. Lines aren't down enough. 78, no. 59, no. Minus 11, yes. It's very close. All the lines are up. Let's go ahead and take, let's see what it does when it clicks. All right, let's go ahead and take the sell on NZD CHF for 5 pips. NZD CHF. NZD CHF. I don't see it. Let me open it up. File, new chart. NZD CHF. NZD CHF. Here's the chart. I'm going to put in a template that I like, and we'll do this one. And is that right? NZD CHF. NZD CHF minus 11. Everybody's up. Come on. It changed. I'm going to take this for a 5 pip sell. 0.86. Well, here I'm going to just do it through here. 0.86 market sell. And I'm going to take it for 5 pips. So modify. 55. I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. 62.82. So I'm going to go to 62.77. So I'm going to change this to 77 to get my full 5 pips. And 25 is okay for now. Well, actually, you should put it to 200. On this trade, the 4 to 1 is what's supposed to work, and 4 to 1 is good. It's just above there. So, okay, to recap, we took 2 trades. One was a 10-point trade on the euro pound, and the other was a thick orange line trade on the New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. And I would expect the New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc to probably close within the next couple hours. The euro pound, I would expect it to close by 5 o'clock. If not, hold on till tomorrow when the market picks up. We should see some more retracement back. Any questions? Let's take a look. Hold on. Teresa, follow up with Phil. Follow up with Phil. Phil can help you with that. Any other questions? Okay, great. Glad you could be here. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.